system on fire. Military science fiction contest. Told stories every Wednesday. Military science fiction podcast. Discussion, interviews, reviews, and rants. Military science fiction podcast.
All right, well, today I think we were going to talk about the Cantina, which would be 2026 Writers Cantina in Salt Lake City. And this is year 3 of them doing that, I think, or is it year 4 now?
It's one of the two, and I cannot remember. I think it might be year. I think it might be year 4, but I maybe they have it on their website.
I know. I should do research. I asked the question because they're moving past that. Like, this is fun to do into, yeah, this is work. So
Jeff would probably be able to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Jeff can't make it today, so you just get Rick and I. So we get Rick's take on the conference, and then Jeff can come back and agree or disagree.
Well, Jeff had a presentation.
I know, that's what I wanted to hear about. I think he said he did record it. Did that work out?
I think Rebecca recorded it.
Oh, okay, good.
It went really well, except for like one part where he was making this point of how you have to introduce your characters in a way that makes them likable and relatable. And he said, like, if the first thing you see of your characters is them killing kids, then, and then somebody brought up, but that's what happened with Grimm. Yeah, but it wasn't on purpose.
I was just going to say, that was the whole part of the thing. That was the twist. He twisted the trope.
Yeah.
He didn't know there were kids there.
But that caused a lot of laughter, but he got it back on track.
That's funny. He didn't get any bloviators that wanted to give their opinions?
Nah. Although he did say, how many here are here to learn how to be a mediocre writer? And I raised my hand. I raised my hand just for that.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I guess we should get started.
Yeah, I think we have started. The starting has happened. I know. Jeff's gonna have to decide what was interesting. So we're just gonna make work for him.
I don't know if I trust him to decide what's interesting. He introduced his main character by having to kill some kids.
He's just gonna cut the show off right now. Show's done. Too bad. So did you have any travel fun this time around? Because you seem to be like the airlines have something against you.
My flights on the way in, arrived early, which was good. Mm-hmm. On the way back, they arrived early. The flight from Salt Lake to Denver arrived early, and then the flight from Denver to Cody got delayed because they said it was overweight, which I expected they were going to
starts looking around.
I expected they were going to offer some people, money to take another flight, but they didn't. They just, weirdly enough, they just shift. Like usually on those little commuter planes, they won't let you take a rollerboard in the overhead because it's not big enough for a lot of them. So they make you gate check them. But because of the weight distribution, they told people to take their rollerboards on board and try to stuff them into the things overhead for weight. I didn't understand the whole thing. If you're overweight, how's that going to help? But I'm not an engineer, so I don't know. So that arrived like maybe 10 minutes later than it's supposed to, which was not a big deal. So pretty much everything went fine except Salt Lake City had some real air quality issues while I was there. But other than that,
there's no fires going on, is there? Is it blowing down from Canada?
There's a huge amount of fires going on near the Colorado-Utah border.
Oh, okay.
So Yeah, we're getting some smoke here now. I'm not there's not I don't know of any fires in Wyoming right this second, but the fires from Colorado are making our skies hazy.
Hmm. I mean, my sky is hazy right now, but we have not had any fires close yet, so that we've been really worried about it. Huh.
Yeah. Anyway, the concert seemed. I mean, the concert. The conference went off really well. No complaints except for the fact that they didn't provide any Diet Cokes with the only Coke Zero, which I can't drink. So that was a letdown. But
Hmm.
uh, there's a lot of good panels, good presentations, um, and I had. Let me think. I had three. I think three panels that I was scheduled for. Yeah, three. All of them were on Friday, so I had nothing on Saturday. And then I was also called in because Larry Correa was going to record a live version of his writer dojo um,
Podcast, yeah.
podcast there,
Yeah.
and he could not be there because his refrigerator broke. I mean, it's not like a little. It's like the huge refrigerator that keeps all his stuff in. It's like
Hmm.
a restaurant grade refrigerator, and it broke, and he had to wait around for the repairman to come. So he couldn't make it on Friday. He couldn't make it till Saturday. So me and Jeff filled in for him during the podcast recording.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, with Steve Diamond. It was
Yeah.
fun. It was a lot of
Hmm.
fun. And I had the other panels I had were AI and the future of writing, outlining, and production.
AI and all of those things, or separate panels?
No, those separate panels. AI
Oh,
and
okay.
future writing was one, outlining
Hmm.
was the second, and production was the third.
Oh, okay. Anything stand out that we haven't talked about on the show?
For which of those?
Well, they're all actually. I feel like AI is going to affect all those things, but I don't know. I mean, I would have been very interested to hear your thoughts on outlining and how that's changed over time.
um,
But
I mean, don't. Oddly enough, the only thing that's changed about my outlining is I use AI to help me do it now.
right.
it, I told everybody there that for me, there's two fun parts to writing. The part where I sit down and write the synopsis with all the stuff that's going to happen in the book and all you know um, comes together. The
Hmm.
whole the storyline just comes together. It's like sitting there over a beer, telling your friend what the book's going to be about, and then the actual writing of the book. And the part that I don't really find that fun is the putting that story chapter by chapter, and that's where the AI comes in handy because it can take that synopsis and turn it into 3-act structure, and then it can take that 3-act structure and help you break that into chapters. And it also is very handy in helping you see early on whether you don't have enough plot to fill up the length book you want. Because
Can you hear people singing "Happy Birthday" right now?
I hear voices in the background.
There is a. It must be like a wheelchair exercise club that is off to the side of me, which I'm not going to get mad about because that's pretty neat. But they're singing "Happy Birthday." Well, how did the? I mean, we should just back up and do it one at a time. Like, was there anything in that AI panel that jumped out at you that you had not heard before?
Um, there was argument, disagreement between some of the panelists and some people in the audience about using AI for cover art
Mm-hmm.
and how much there's like a disagreement about how much input you had to have changing what the AI did in order for it to be considered original work.
Mm-hmm.
And the I'll just go ahead and say it. The disagreeer in the audience was Jeff, and he pointed out, because some people in the panel thought that you had to have 65% original work in order for it to be considered original and be able to copyright it.
Where were they getting that number?
Jeff pointed out that that number is not codified in law anywhere.
Right.
And that the actual method for proving it involves going before a judge and explaining it to him. So you can't just produce a number and say, this is why it's original work. You have to go to a judge and show him what. I mean, and this is all based on the assumption that there's a case to be made. Like if somebody steals your plot or your cover or whatever, and then says, well, you can't copyright it because it's AI, then you have to go before a judge and say, oh, here is how the process worked. This is what I got from AI. This is how I substantively changed it, and the judge will have to make that decision. But that's all.
And meanwhile, you lost your contract.
It's all based on the idea that somebody's actually going to steal it, or that it matters to you. Because if it's if it's the cover for a short story anthology you did that you didn't make any money on, you're not going to take the guy to court for it.
No, I mean, I'm thinking about that thing that went around a while ago with people were tracing covers, and people, were looking at, like, they were comparing different covers. This is, I think, in Romantasy, because it was mostly around dragons. Like somebody was tracing, in Photoshop or using whatever tool that makes it easier, but they would essentially trace the original art and then make it mostly theirs, but everything else about it was similar. And the artist was trying to argue that it was a new work, but that doesn't change the fact that the writer that bought it now feels like they can't use it because of reputational damage. And that feels like the biggest problem right now. But I don't see that. I keep hearing things about there being a way to codify that, but it keeps changing, and I definitely don't see it working with text. Mm-hmm. So, but I don't know. It's definitely going to change.
Yeah, mostly that was about art, I believe. But
yeah,
I was of the opinion in that panel that the whole, and so was a couple other people, that the whole idea that writers are going to be replaced by AI is overblown. That the main danger is basically con artists taking AI slop and just spamming it out there into Amazon uncontrolled, right, and making it harder for people to get visibility, which has happened. And the main worry I have is not that, though. It's that Amazon is going to overreact, as they always do, and use AI detector soft algorithms which don't work. And then you're going to get a whole bunch of innocent people that get nailed by it.
Yeah, there have always been humans that write slop. They just can't write it as fast. Although I've been pretty amazed by how fast some people can apparently do it.
Well, I mean, I can tell you that writing fast is possible. Writing fast and well is possible, but it also it requires a level of time commitment that a lot of people can't make.
Right. Well, and I think it's a value judgment, I guess, on the writing, and that's the thing. Like, doing it quickly, doing it well is a skill, and a lot of people may have the doing it quickly, but they don't have the doing it well part of it. But you're right, it still clogs out everything else from a discoverability standpoint. So, I mean, did anybody have anything? We kind of have known that. Was there anything different you hadn't heard about? Like, I keep seeing, I've gone down the rabbit hole a few times on these supposed software suites that people are selling that can generate. And honestly, I don't have the time or desire to really look into books to judge whether they're good or not. For the people that are admitting it, I also feel like you go into it, if you know it's AI, you predisposed to not like it. At least me. So I'd have a hard time judging it. But
Well, I mean, I didn't hear anything that was surprising to me. I mean, I'm not sure if it was any news to the people in the panel, the people
yeah,
attending, but I've kept my ear to the ground enough that I've heard it all, and I think we've discussed it all here.
yeah, yeah. All right. Well, anything you learned from the outlining panel that you hadn't tried before?
Um, Honestly, the other people in the outlining panel did not outline to the extent I did,
Mm-hmm.
and with the exception of there was one guy who outlined a lot and pretty much did it the way I did, but wasn't anything really new. Like a couple of the people didn't like to outline extensively. They like to do like a bullet point style system,
Mm-hmm.
whereas I like paragraphs of description. Basically, anything I can think of. They wanted to leave more room for, I guess, kind of discovery writing inside their outline. But although for me that wastes time, so because if I have to sit there thinking of, you know, the what the planet looks like, what the weather's like, what the name of this person is, it just takes time I could be using for other things. So
Well, I've come around to the same thing. Obviously listening to you about it, but I think because you can always change it even after you do that if you want to, but you have a place to start. And for me, that's the biggest problem is wasting time sitting there trying to think about what I want to do.
yeah, I'm writing book 3 of Ransom's Renegades right now, and I thought I was only a few days away from finishing, and then I started looking at it. I'm like, no, I'm. It's going to be about 20,000 pages, 20,000 words longer than I thought it was going to be. And the outline I had for the end of the book would, now that I'm writing it, I can see that outline would make it about a 150,000 word book,
Yeah.
and I don't want 150. I want it to be no more than about 120. So I'm going to have to change some of the things at the end of the book. So yeah, you wind up having to change, but it's part of the fun, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Although when I looked at when that's going to push back when I'm going to finish this book too, I'm not sure if my other publisher is going to think that's fun. But yeah, the outlining panel wasn't much of a surprise, except that I was surprised that people who were on an outlining panel were that opposed to detailed outlining.
Well, I guess that gives you some back and forth on the panel.
Yeah. Production was it was a mixed bag.
But how did they define production? Like, what did they mean by that
It
panel?
was basically I was the moderator, and
Okay. What did you mean by that panel?
I meant like maximizing your efficiency.
Okay.
And basically we had people in different situations, and we're asking them, how do you maximize your efficiency in the face of a full-time job, or in the face of a family, or in the face of other commitments, so
Things I know pretty well.
pretty much most of them, well, no, a couple of them were of the opinion that they needed like regular office hours.
Mm-hmm.
Needed to be like, in an office for 4 hours a day, maybe 6 hours a day broken up, and concentrating on the work. Well, other people were like, yeah, I just squeeze it in whenever I can because of, work commitment. I just have to like do it early in the morning, and then again at lunch, and then again like an hour before I go to bed. And I'm like, if I wanted a regular job, I'd have a regular job, so I do it when I don't feel like it in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a mixed bag there. a lot of the people, not all of them obviously, but a lot of the people in this conference are not newbie writers, although some are, but a lot of them are people who haven't had their break yet or are looking for it. So they're looking for, advice on how to reach the next level. Yeah, so there was people I know were successful. I mean, there's Jeff and me and Larry and Steve and DJ Butler was there and a couple others whose names I can't think of at the top of my head, but I know they are successful. But there's a lot of people who are at the beginning of their career or do this as a side gig.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small conference. I had somebody ask me how many vendor booths are there? Like, well, there's none. It's not that kind of a conference.
Well, I think it's nice to have in the Western United States, or I guess I think of Utah as the West, but a craft focused conference because there's all stars, and aside from things that take place in other like Oricon and Portland used to have a lot of craft, but it's done now, and I haven't been to NorwestCon, so I couldn't really talk about that.
What about Life, the Universe, and Everything?
Where is that one?
Salt Lake
Is that
City.
in Salt Lake City? Oh, I've never been to it. Is it a writer focused con?
I'm not 100% certain. I've never been to it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's a craft focused conference. I'll look it up in here and tell you. It's a symposium for science fiction and fantasy creators.
Okay. When is that one?
February 11th to the 13th.
Huh.
So I think it's in Salt Lake. I know it's in Utah. Let me see here about us. It originated at BYU about 40 plus years ago.
Oh, wow.
And let's see. They do have vendor rooms. And let's see. Trying to figure out where in Utah. They're in Provo.
Provo, okay. And the problem with a writer focused con is nobody has any money, so whether the vendors are going to do that well.
Yeah, that is the thing. I mean, all writer dojo, all the writers Cantina has is like a book, like a few tables where people put books that you can you're giving away. It's not really a vendor table.
Yeah,
but they do have a nice snack bar.
Well, it's a nice place to have a con. I think that convention center is good, and it's not huge. Everything's centralized, but it's nice to be part of something when it's first starting before it blows up, and a lot of money gets involved, and people get really stressed out about it because then everything changes.
Like I think some people complain that that's what happened to LTUE, that it was a lot nicer before all the money got involved.
Mm-hmm.
But, I know I've never been to that one. If I knew some people that were going, I might go, but I don't have any connections to anybody that's going to that one.
Mm-hmm.
I like Salt Lake City. Usually I like staying there. This time, like I said, the air quality was pretty bad, so I was coughing and my nose was running. But it was cool because there's a lot of people from the Discord from our podcast.
Yeah, were you guys able to do a dinner or anything like that?
Yeah, we had dinner together.
Oh, great!
It was cool.
I'm bummed that I missed that.
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. Did you show your ID?
No, we didn't. We didn't get the all-you-can-eat thing.
Yeah, once life calms down,
Olive Garden makes the mistake of putting the calories next to every menu item.
Right.
So I looked at that and I'm like, I got to order the one with the least calories here. I can't get this 1,600 calorie thing.
We went to Olive Garden. I mean, the last time we went, we took our daughter, and I want to say she was 4 or 5, and they have those stupid pads at every single table now. At least they did, and that turned us off. Like we don't want her staring at a screen the whole time. So I guess people just turn them around now, which I didn't know you could do.
We didn't have one at our table, but I saw them
Oh,
on other
really?
tables.
Yeah. Watch ads while you eat. I don't know. I'm glad you got to see everybody. That's the biggest thing I was bummed to miss out on.
Yeah, we missed you. Everybody's asking about you.
Yeah. Well, hopefully my family sticks around for next time. I don't know. But I see we're able to get tickets to LibertyCon for next year.
Yeah, yeah. I bought two on the off chance that my wife might want to go this time.
Hmm. Yeah, technically I have the rollover ticket, but I don't think I can go next year either.
Why not?
Well, because that program, if I get to go, is like right in the middle of LibertyCon. So that's what also messed up. I mean, aside from my mom passing, like that was messing up the whole summer schedule. Being gone for 2 solid weeks when you have an 8-year-old is not not conducive because I like trying. My wife was like, we had to come up with a whole plan for her to get my daughter to camp and all this stuff. So
Well, won't she be 9 by then?
yeah, so I'm actually thinking about I could bring her. I don't know. She seems to get progressively worse. Like I think that we're. I this morning was just like we're not a family that slams doors and things like that, but somewhere she's picked it up and she like we'll just go to 0 to 60. You want to slam doors? I'm like, what are you doing? Stop this. So that was this morning.
Maybe
Talking to you lowers
if,
my blood pressure.
maybe if Beth comes this time, she can hang out with your daughter while
Yeah,
you go to the panels.
maybe she can get some kid time.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I don't need grandkids for another couple of years. Well, how
Yeah.
about after the panels? Was there any kind of off? So Saturday, were you able to go to any panels that you thought were stand out to you?
I went to a couple, but then mostly I just hung out with people in the break room area and
Hmm.
talked. And that's a lot of why I'm there. We got to talk to a bunch of people, got to shoot the crap with other authors. Um, there was several people who wanted to talk about like things like outlining and other stuff that have been talked about in the presentations of the panels.
Hmm.
They could sit down with you in the break area and do that.
Hmm.
There was a very nice lunch truck this time.
Yeah. Who'd they get this time? Was it the taco place again?
No, they had barbecue mostly.
Oh, okay.
They had brisket and pork and barbecue pizza. It's really good. Their fries were excellent.
I mean, that's one of the nice things about this con. I think if you have a chance to go, it's still in that state where everything is like, it's kind of building experiences. There's not a lot of choices with food. Everybody gets to eat the same barbecue and talk about the barbecue. Everybody hangs out in the same place. So I hope that it lasts and I get to go again.
I mean, it's gonna. They've already set the date for next year.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna be a week earlier, I believe, next year, like July 7th or something like that.
Yeah.
So it won't. They wanted to make sure it didn't conflict with Son of SilverCon.
Son of SilverCon. What is that?
I don't know. It's another con that several people couldn't come because they were going to that one. Let me look it up.
Oh, silver collectors.
No, it's science fiction.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
it's like I guess it's science fiction and fantasy.
Uh huh.
It's in Vegas. So,
Oh, I never heard of this one either.
uh, like this year, their guest of honor was Tim Powers.
Oh, okay.
Uh, yeah, it's the same weekend this year. Actually, in Henderson, to be exact.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know what it's going to be next year.
I found a website once upon a time that listed all the cons. I need to track it down again, and I'll share it in the group. But it was pretty surprising how many cons there were all over the place.
Yeah. Huh.
But I had this fantasy idea once upon a time of like, traveling around to cons and that'd just be the thing that you do when you retire. but I don't know that I would want to do that.
I don't know if I want to go to that many cons. I mean, I like being with people, but I don't like huge crowds.
Mm-hmm.
I think Liberty Con's about the right. I mean, Writers Cantina is a little bit on the small side, but Liberty Con I think is just about the right size for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Dragon Con is way too big.
No, I mean, huge. It's like it is a Comic Con. They should just call it that.
Yeah, basically it is.
It's always deceptive. You hear Dragon Con and you think it's something different. And then I've never gone, but I watched the videos. I'm like, oh god, that looks really stressful.
I mean, when I was there as a nominee, that was one thing because I could like retreat from all that,
Mm-hmm.
from all the craziness. But I going there without that kind of focus. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Athon, the guys at Athon say, "Oh, you could just stay at our table the whole time." I don't really want to do that either. Not
That's just an endless
their table, but I don't want to sit in one place.
flow of people constantly.
If I sat in that one place, I mean, I know where the tables are. If I sat in that one place the entire con, that would feel like a waste of time to me for what's a pretty long flight. Flying to Atlanta is not a short flight from here.
At Worldcon, I volunteered to sit at the Cephala table for like 2 hours, and that was kind of interesting to just talk to people as they were going by. But I couldn't do that, and it wasn't super busy, thankfully. But even that gets tiring. So what else? I don't know. Would anything happen Saturday night, or did you go shoot? You went shooting this time around, right?
No, I did not. The shooting
Oh, you
thing
didn't?
happened Thursday before I got there.
Oh,
I got in Thursday late afternoon. Like my plane arrived like 3:15, 3:20, and I didn't get to the hotel until 4 something.
mhm.
So the shooting went on at around noon, I think, or before noon. So I would have had to flown in on Wednesday to do that. Um, Thursday night, me and Brent Gasky went out and got something at the some Red Robin,
Hitting all the local spots.
and then Friday night we had the dinner for the the people from here,
Hmm.
and then Saturday was Saturday night. Me and Jeff went to dinner with Larry and Steve and Larry's daughter, and Rebecca, Jeff's wife, Rebecca. We went to a Colombian place. It was pretty good.
Colombian.
Yeah,
What? Never had Colombian food.
yeah, it was really good food.
Uh-huh.
Um, brought down only slightly by the fact that some lady had a like coronary distress at the front of the restaurant as we were about finishing up, and the paramedics were coming in as we left.
She had the salad.
Yeah, but yeah, and then I wasn't flying out until 1 o'clock on Sunday, but I got to the airport early, like 9:30 or quarter till 10, because I wanted to do some work. So I hadn't gotten as much work done as I'd hoped for. So
That is a nice airport to work in. I spent like 8 hours there once, and there's so many different places to sit.
yeah,
It's huge.
Well, my gate was handily located next to restrooms and restaurants, so
Hmm. Yeah, they have lots of little places to plug in.
I've I'm it's like when I fly places for photography, it's a lot harder than when I fly places for like conferences because when you're flying somewhere for photography, you got your camera gear with you.
Hmm.
So if you're by yourself, you have to haul your camera bag and your laptop bag to the bathroom with you
Yeah, because
or
you're
the
not trusting
restaurant.
that for the check-in, right? So.
But when I'm there for when no, yeah, you can't check camera gear. It would get destroyed. Uh,
Hmm.
but like when I'm there for a conference, all I got is a backpack and my laptop in it, and you can take that anywhere, not have to worry about you know finding somebody to watch it while you run to the restroom, so you don't have to take all your stuff with you.
Hmm. Not watching this bag.
Although I have started uh, bringing like a very small like toilet kit with a toothpaste and toothbrush and everything, uh,
Hmm.
and a change of socks and underwear and t-shirt in the laptop bag
Just
because
in
once I
case.
was I was coming back from I was heading to actually Jacksonville and I had a connecting flight in DC and I got stuck there overnight and I didn't want to go get my luggage so I just went to a hotel and I had to get like toothbrush and everything from the hotel.
Hmm.
So yeah, now I'm not taking that chance anymore.
I hardly ever check bags anymore, so I just keep everything with me. But
But if you fly out of Cody, you're either gonna check your bag or you're gonna gate check your bag. So
yeah, yeah. Well, gate checking. At least you get it back then. I've lost bags too. I hate that.
well, I don't I don't usually bring anything with me that I'd cry about losing.
Hmm.
I've missed my pocket knife, but that's about it.
Yeah, yeah. I've done that. I've given up pocket knives. I hate that too. So, what else about this stood out to you this year? Um, Anything that was worth talking about?
Um, no, there was no drama or anything really. A couple people had service dogs that were very cute.
Thought you were going to say not service dogs there for a
Yeah,
second.
well, I
That's
mean,
good.
the one service dog was the lady had mobility problems, so they had a Grand Pyrenees German Shepherd mix that was huge, and
Yeah,
its function was to stand there while she used it to push herself up out of her chair.
man, that's the kind of dog that will kill you inadvertently. I don't know.
It was a very very friendly dog. It
I
was
know we
fun
had
to pet him.
some friends with a Grand Pyrenees, and he didn't know how big he was. Beautiful dog, though.
And it was really really hot. We didn't go
Hmm.
outside a lot, but like waiting in line for the gut truck, it was like standing in a pizza oven. It was really hot. Um, yeah, that I mean, there wasn't any huge revelations or in, I got to like one of the people who we were hanging out with got one of his books accepted by Raconteur while we were there, so that was fun. We got to
Oh, that's
celebrate
cool.
for him with him.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Were folks from Raconteur there?
yes, they were. Ian was
Oh,
there.
okay. Hmm.
Um, yeah, Raconteur was there, and I don't know if any other. I don't think any other publishers were there. Um, don't believe they were. Well, I mean, I don't know if Dave Butler is doing any publishing at the moment. He was for a while, but um, he showed up on Saturday. Couldn't be there on Friday,
Hmm.
and you can tell when Dave Butler is there because he sits in the central area and holds court. And there's like
Right.
this whole group of people around him while he talks. That's always fun. Um, Trying to remember who else was there. Uh, like Larry was there on Saturday. Steve was there. Um, it was fun hanging out with Larry and Steve. They have all these stories they tell, And uh, if Woody is listening, I don't know if he is or not, but Woody tells stories like nobody's business.
Yeah.
He is a master storyteller. He'll sit there and just spin out this story in dramatic fashion for an hour. But yeah, there's a lot of great people though. I got to meet Lincoln. I don't think I've met him before.
Hmm.
And of course Brent was there, and um, Derek Sains was there. I don't believe I've met him before. I might have run into him, but we didn't have time to talk
Hmm.
last time. So yeah, it was a really good bunch of cool guys. Got to hang out, and that's what I like about this particular con is that I mean at Liberty Con they have like the bar con, I guess you call it, uh, where everybody's hanging out in the rooms and drinking, but they don't have that many people at this one. But there's a lot. It's a lot quieter, a lot more sedate. I guess as befitting Salt Lake City.
Well, you can actually talk to people as well.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it was nice being able to actually sit down and talk and not have a bunch of noise to shout over.
Hmm.
So that's what I like about Writers Cantina. If anybody's thinking about going, I recommend it. It's cheap. Uh, you're not going to be like shut out on tickets like you might be for LibertyCon. You're not going to be shut out on a hotel because it's not in a hotel. And there's plenty of hotels around the area, and you can Uber to it without any problem. Or I could have walked to it really from my hotel if it hadn't been so dang hot.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It is
I would have
Utah.
shown up. I would have shown up sweating like a racehorse. But it's not that far.
Hmm.
So actually, I wound up writing with Brent because he had driven there from Oregon. And
Really?
it's
Well, maybe
cheap.
I'll try and get Brent to like, maybe we'll drive next time. I don't know.
He said he tried to get together with you, but something always came up.
Yeah, I need to, it's just been, it's been the last couple of months, but, um,
Yeah, you drive
yeah,
with
cause
Brent. He would probably appreciate and he likes to take the back roads too, like the
yeah, well,
scenic
he's got a Jeep.
routes. Yeah,
It's, on the well, that's the thing. There's really not a lot of good ways to get there that aren't, I shouldn't say they're all good ways because they're all scenic, but you're going to go over the pass, and it's a beautiful drive, but it's long. It's not really taking a lot of highway, freeways.
yeah.
But well, cool. Yeah, I would recommend it too. I mean, I've only been able to go once, but I had a good time, and I definitely like the smaller, kind of slower vibe where you can actually talk to people. But and with me, my hearing being messed up, like it's hard to be in a loud space where I just can't hear people talk. You got to kind of stand there and and I can't really tell what you said.
Yeah,
So
I mean, and if you want to talk to like the people who are on the panel you just listened to, in other cons, they're like, "Oh, I got to get somewhere else. Can't got to be over across the building. Got to get to some meeting." In this one, everybody's just chill, and you can talk to them. And like I said, DJ holds court, and when Larry's there, he'll like on Saturday he sat down when he wasn't in a panel. He'd sit down in the break area, and he'd have a whole table full of people around him, and they'd all be talking. You get to talk to
mhm.
people. You get to hang out with the authors. It's yeah. I mean, if we could get more established authors to come, it would be even better. But I mean, we got, like I said, Larry and Steve and DJ and me and Jeff and a few others who write in. Like a couple of them couldn't come this time. Like one of them had to go to, like Brad Torgerson had to go to Son of SilverCon, and I think there was another guy who's a sword and sorcery author who got called up for firefighting duty.
Oh,
So yeah, he couldn't come. He was fighting wildfires. But usually there's at least like a half a dozen established authors there.
mm-hmm.
And, hopefully be more in the future as things grow.
It sounds like the panels were more kind of on point this year than they were a little scattershot the year that I went. It's probably a nice way to put it.
I mean, they're just getting their feet on it. It's only like the
Right.
third year they've been doing this. So, it's nice being in on the bottom floor. You can make suggestions and they might actually get taken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I should put my money where my mouth is and like recommend a presentation or something. Which I mean, this is a con where I think if you have a presentation you'd like to give or polish, it's a place where you can potentially get in there and do that.
Yeah, and I mean, if you want to be on a panel and you have experience in that area, that you're likely to be put on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I'm excited to see Jeff's talk, and I think that he's talking about putting it on the channel, so be able to check that out. Do you have any cons coming up that you're looking at, or is it?
Now, the next one that I have on my schedule is next year's LibertyCon. I'm sure there are others I could go to, but unless people I know are going, I don't want to just go there and be lost trying to figure out what I'm going to do,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not like this. Son of SilverCon sounds interesting. The LTUE sounds interesting, but I have to get with other people and see if they're going to go, because if all else fails, I don't want to be just sitting there on my own,
Right. Yeah. That is one of the things about cons that it's like I was able to go the last year of Oricon, which I'd never been able to go to before, and that I won't say that people weren't friendly, but there's definitely like an in-group vibe that people have been going to these things for years.
Yeah.
So
that's the cool thing about, like I say, getting in on the ground floor of this is that when it gets bigger, assuming it does, you'll be one of the in-group. You'll be the one that people hang out with.
you can get all opinionated about how things should be or how they were back in the day.
Oh, things used to be before all you newcomers came and ruined things.
I know. I was the con director back at the blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. I mean, maybe it'll never be bigger than it is, but I think the odds are that it'll attract more people, and if as long as the either Nathan, the guy who runs it right now, keeps running it, or if you get somebody else to step up, if he doesn't want to, then it'll keep going on. I mean, I'm sure it's a pain in the butt for him to do it by himself or with the few people that he has there, but as long as there's somebody who will step up and take responsibility for things, it should keep going.
Mm-hmm. As long as the conference center is cheap. It is a nice conference center.
Yeah, it's nice. It's
yeah.
It doesn't have doesn't have bars or restaurants like the Chattanooga Convention Center does for LibertyCon. But it's a nice place to hang out. It's comfortable, and like I said, they bring in a lot of snacks. So
Finish reading some shenanigans. And I want everybody who has not read it. Oh, did I
you broke
break up there for a second?
Yeah,
the wind is blowing. I just finished Ransom's Renegades and loved it. I think if you haven't gotten out and read it, definitely pick it up. I'm not going to say it's like usually different than things Rick writes, and I mean, I haven't think of a book you've written I did not enjoy, but it's it's got some great characters. So I definitely check it out and leave a review as well if you haven't yet. I need to drop my review, so I will get in there and do that. I will do that today, Rick. I promise.
Thanks.
When is number 2 coming out?
Let me check. It is on pre-order. Let me take a look real quick. It's coming out August 18th.
Oh, okay.
And it will be out on audiobook at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I believe. Also, for those of you who care, Athon finally has the audio files for Drop Trooper Book 16, so that should be coming out on audiobook very soon too.
Same narrator?
Yeah, if it hadn't been the same narrator, we would have had it years ago.
Yeah.
So finally, that's done. Which, thank God. Can't count how many people have asked me, when are you going to get the last 3 books or the last 2 books or now the last book out on audiobook? I was like, you know, that's up to the guy who's recording it.
Mm-hmm. I guess I have one cool thing to share. Someone wants to check out something different. Mal Cooper has been working on making games out of the Aeon 14 books. And so if you go to aeon14.com, there's a game now for Lissa's Dream that like basically plays out part of the book, which is my first book in the Aeon 14 series. And it plays out a sequence that kind of ends up being like Asteroids, the video game. But then it's got dialogue with it. And it was super cool to see that. So that's been fun to watch that get built out.
I remember playing Asteroids on my Atari back when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
When you had to hook up to the UHF antenna on your TV.
Yeah. It's got me thinking about different ways maybe to do games or things like that. I don't know. I mean, there's tools out there to make it a lot easier now than it used to be, but I should not get distracted from the book I need to finish. So
finish your book.
I know. All right. Well, anything else you wanted to touch on before we wrap it up?
Can't think of anything else that happened. I mean, the panels went well. They didn't break any new ground really, but they were, you know, everybody seemed to have a good time. There was good attendance. There were some cool panels like on there's some on like fist fights, you know, martial arts, things like that, about realistic writing fist fights, about action scenes, about horror. And of course, there's a few science fiction ones, but it's not science fiction focused the way that LibertyCon is. But because Steve is there, so horror has a part of it, and there's a couple on sword and sorcery and urban fantasy, things like that. And Jeff's presentation on how to write memorable science fiction was the only one I think that had science fiction in the title.
Oh. Okay, well that's good to know. It's not. I guess I was associating it with science fiction, but it's not the case.
I mean, if you want to make a presentation about science fiction or a panel about it, I'm sure that would be, you know, that would be accepted. It's just a thing of a lot of the people there write urban fantasy or sword and sorcery or, you know, things like that.
Do your part to make it more about science fiction.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I'll suggest a science fiction panel for next year.
What are some of your panel ideas that you wanted to see?
The panels that I would suggest for next year, or the ones I
yeah.
The panel I suggested for this year was production. I was the one who's in charge of that one.
Mhm.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of science fiction panels they could have had, like alien races in science fiction, and you know, how to avoid being caught up to by current technology in your science fiction. I think that would be a good one. I think I'd like to do that one because that has been a problem for a lot of people. That current technology has passed by the stuff they put in their SF.
Yeah.
So I think I might suggest that one for next year.
I just try to imagine a lot of books are like alternate history.
Yeah, that's true. That's a lot of the ones that I wrote are now alternate history.
Mm-hmm. A book that I love, Frederick Pohl's Gateway. I was just reading a thread where some new reader was like, I don't understand this book, and why are people smoking cigarettes on spaceships? It's like, because it was the 70s, homie.
Or the 50s or the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one way to date your book is all the people smoking in it.
Mm-hmm.
But that smoking on spaceships, that was
Purposely overloading your your air filtration system.
yeah. Even back in the day when I was reading that in the late 70s as a kid, I was like, they don't even let astronauts, have anything that's flammable on our spaceships. And in the future, they're going to smoke on them.
Yeah. It led me down the rabbit hole on the Apollo astronauts all like bumming cigarettes off the Navy crew when they got picked up because they were jonesing so hard for cigarettes,
Yeah.
which I thought was funny.
And everybody smoked back then.
Yeah. Yeah. I was watching a video about a Minuteman silo that is now a tour in Arizona. And I never did it when I lived down there, and I always wished I had. But they had a bunch of, this one was preserved the way that it was originally, when it was in service. And of course, there were just ashtrays everywhere, like ashtrays built into the consoles.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, God, being stuck down there with a bunch of smokers.
It's hard for me to imagine. I never flew before like 1989, I think, the first time I flew. And I mean, that was after smoking on planes was outlawed. But I'm just trying to imagine what it was like to be on an airplane where people smoked. That would have just been hellish.
Yeah. Well, now that weed is legal here, like it used to be, I've thought about it. I'll be in line behind somebody that just reeks of it. And I'm like, why does this annoy me so much when you used to be in line behind somebody that was, smelled the cigarettes? And I guess I was just used to it. So I didn't really get mad.
I've always hated the smell of cigarettes too.
Yeah.
They both annoy me.
Yeah. It'd be like somebody, I walked into a store a couple weeks ago and this guy starts jabbering at me and he just obviously drunk off his, just completely drunk. And I was like, can he even tell he can't tell how drunk he is. I feel like it's the same way with you smoke enough weed that it's coming out your pores. It's time to reevaluate that.
Well,
all right. Well, drugs in space. That's the next panel we have to do.
Drugs in space.
Yep. In the future, it's going to be all the bacteria and germs we carry around in our skin. People will be like, how did they let that stuff get on spaceships? They should have sanitized themselves. All right. Well, hey, if there's a con that you really enjoy that we don't know about, because obviously there's a bunch of them that I don't know about. I need to get educated on this. Let us know. Let us know in the Discord. I'd love to hear more about it. We have a channel talking about conferences, so I want to go to more conferences next year, maybe if life calms down. So, yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Well, you should go to LibertyCon.
I know. I'm going to try. LibertyCon I cannot go to, but other things I could. So, all right.
All right.
We'll see y'all later. Bye.
See y'all next time.
Yep.